Hi, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to my academic channel. So this is the actually second class. Yesterday I just explained the future value of a single amount. So I explained what is the future value of a single amount. Future value of a single amount. So future value of a single amount is present value into 1 plus r to the power n. This was the formula. And I told you future value of a single amount for a, if it is a compounded, this is the formula. If it is a simple interest, then the formula will be like that, PV into 1 plus r into n. N is the number of time, that is number of year. R is the rate of interest. PV is the present value. So today this portion is a for this formula is for simple and this is for compound interest. Compound interest. This is for simple interest. So I explained everything. Now from today onwards we will not consider the simple interest. We will just consider about the compound interest only. So this is the formula for future value of a single amount when the interest is compounded. So this is the formula. This part of this formula is called the future value interest factor. This is the term which is called future value interest factor. I shown you yesterday how we can calculate the future value of a single amount by this formula. Today I will show you without using this calculation from the table. Future value interest factor table is there. You will find the table in the book of every financial management table here. You can see here. Here you will find the table. So I am showing you the table, future value interest factor table. Here you will find so many tables are there. These are the table. So starting future value interest factor table, then it will come the present value interest factor table, then future value interest factor of annuity table, then present value of interest factor of annuity table. These are the tables you will find here. From the table, this portion I can calculate. Suppose I am going to deposit an amount of 50,000 rupees, 50,000. This is the present value now. Today I am going to invest, so this is the present value. So suppose the rate of interest is 10% and the time for the period. This actually the fixed deposit is a term deposit, you know. So deposit here I will just suppose I wanted to deposit for 10 years. Suppose n is equal to 10. So here from here I can put this value here and I can calculate. I can show you also here this. But today I will show how I can calculate this future value of this single amount. This is the single amount without using the formula, just using the table of future value interest factor. Future value interest factor, you will write suffix percentage year first, then comma the year. This way you will find from the table. Now I am calculating this from the table. So what I will see? I will see the future value interest factor of 10% 10 years. You see. Here the percents are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, up to, you can see up to 40% is given here. And the period are in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, in this way. So here I have got compounding rate is 10% and time is 10 years. So in the table, you see future value interest factor of future value interest factor table here. These are the column and these are the row. In the row, you will find the year here, period, time. And the column, you will find the compound rate. You will find the compound rate here. The 50,000, again I am calculating easily, very easily. Within a minute you can, 50,000 is the amount and the future value interest factor is 10% 10 years. So 50% is here, 50,000 is here, rupees 50,000 is here, into, from this table, I can easily put the value of 10% 10 years future value interest factor. 10 years, 10%. You will find it, 10 years, 10% is 2.594. This is the, you can see 2.594. 10%, 10 years. Very easy. 2.594. So I can calculate here easily. I have got the calculator here. So in the calculator there is a two option you will find, because in this case you see, if I have to calculate in the formula, I have to put it 10, 1 plus 0.1, that is 10%. If it will be calculated through a formula, the formula would be like that, 50,000. In the same time, I am just calculating both. 1 plus 10% is equal to 10 by 100 is equal to 0.1. So this is equal to 1 plus 0.1 to the power 10. This is 10. In this case, so 2a I am showing you the, by using the formula this will be the result, and by using the future value interest factor table you will find the result here. So both I am just finding, here I am finding the result. You see what will be the result. Here I can use the simple calculator. This is the simple calculator. What I have to calculate? 50,000 into 2.594. 2.594. What has been the result? You see, rupees 1,29,700. And if I calculate by the formula, you can see here. Now, very interesting, you see, I have to use the scientific calculator. This is the scientific calculator. What I have to put here? First, I have to find the value of 1.1 to the power 10. For this case, simple, I cannot calculate it by simple calculator. Then, this is the simple calculator and this is the scientific calculator. In the scientific calculator, what I have to find out here? 1.1 to the power 10. 1.1 to the power. This is to the power 10. The value is, you can find the same below, you will find 50,000 into 2.593. Actually 2.5937. So if I put it here in the 3 decimal, 2.594. You can see what is the interest factor I have got from the future value interest factor I have got from the table. Is say after calculating using the formula, I am getting the same 2.594. So the result is the same, 1,29,700. So in both cases, I have got the future value of the single amount is same. Suppose I have deposited 50,000 for 10 years at the compound interest rate of 10%. So this is called compound rate. Or another is when I come to a present value, I will tell is a discount rate. So the next topic will come in the discount rate. This is compound rate, and in the future case it will be a compound rate, and then in the present value case it will be a discount rate. So this compound rate is 10%, by using the future value interest factor table, this one plus r to the power n is equal to future value interest factor table, future value interest factor table for 10% 10 years. Using this table, I am getting the value of the future value interest factor is 2.594 is equal to 2.594 from the table. Putting this value and multiplying with 50,000 rupees, I am getting the 1,29,700 after 10 years deposit. How much actually? In the simple. So it is, I am showing you how I can calculate the future value of a single amount by using the formula of 1 plus r to the power n and just using the future value interest factor annuity table. That is, from the table I can calculate the, in the both case 1 plus 0.1 to the power 10 is equal to, here is equal to 2.594, and here also from the table also I can find the same. So in interest factor is in the both the cases interest factor is the 2.594. In case of simple interest, what we get? The formula is PV into 1 plus n into r. Here PV is equal to 50,000 present value. I am depositing 50,000 for another 10 years with a simple interest rate of 10%. So here 1 plus n is equal to 10 and r is equal to 0.1. 0.1, why it is 0.1? 10 by 100 I told you, which is equal to 0.1. So what will be the interest factor here? 50,000 into 1.1 plus 0.1 into 10 is equal to 1 is equal to. So you see the present value is same here, 50,000, and the future value interest factor, it has come here 2. In case of simple interest, the future value interest factor has come into 2, that is 2, and here it has come to 2.594. So extra amount I will, how much I will get? Here I will get 1 lakh only. I am getting 1 lakh. By investing in simple interest for next 10 years, I will get 1 lakh, and if I get it by interest compounding, then I get it 1,29,700 only. So I will get extra 29,700. So if the figure is, the period is much more, suppose in case of 30 years, you see, suppose n is equal to 40, I am writing here 40, 30, suppose 30, in case of 30. In case of 30, what will be the value? You see, here it will be 30, here it will be 30. You see, if I use the formula, then it will be 30. And in case of future value interest factor of annuity table will be, in that case, when I get the future value interest factor from the table, I will have to go for the 30 years. You see, 30 years for 10%. This is the 10%. And you see, it has become the 17.449. 17.449, you can see here. So here it was 2.594. The interest factor changed in case of 2.594. Now it will be, what will be the interest factor? It will be 17.449. You can see here 17.449. So I will put here 17.449. If I calculate 1 plus r to the power n, 1.1 to the power, here I have to calculate 1.1 to the power 30. That is why I told you, you have to use the scientific calculator, not the simple calculator. Not, you cannot calculate here 1.1 to the power 30, you cannot calculate from here. So we will use the scientific calculator, and I will put the 1.1 to the power 30, and the value will be 17.449. You see the same result I am getting here, 17.449. 17.449. And what will be the result? I am getting the, here you remember it was 1,29,700 only. And now you see how big this amount will be. This is the magic of compounding. You can see now this result will be 50,000 into 17.449. 17.449 The result will be 8,72,450. Here the value will be say 8,72,450. 8,72,450. If it is compounded for 10 years, I will get it 1,29,700. But if it is compounded for 30 years, for 50,000 I will get, in 10% I will get 8,72,450. Very interesting. I show you in the simple test how much I will get. Here just in case of 10, you will put 30 here. So I will put 30 here. And what will be the result? Then in place of 30 into 0.1 is equal to 3. But here the difference you will find, here the interest factor will become 4. So this is the 4. For 10 years it was 2. Then it was very close, 29,000 difference was there, 29,700 difference was there. It was 1 lakh, so 29,700 was there. But when it is compounded for 30 years, the difference you find here, the future value interest factor has become 17.449. Here only it has got 4. So 4 into 50,000, you will get only 2 lakhs. You are getting here 2 lakhs. If it is compounded annually for 30 years, you will get 8,72,000. So you will get more 6,72,450 increase. So in case of compounding, then the simple interest rate. If it is simple interest rate, you will get 2 lakhs. If it is compounded, then you will get 8,72,400. In this way, if the year increases, because people may invest for 30 years, because retirement period 30-35 years, then the use 35-40 years, then the result will be huge. That is why it's magical. This is the magic of compounding. Thank you so much. Have a nice time. Bye. Take care.